I think in our case, what we have to monitor in North America and U.S. From hotel industry is looking at how the GDP is doing. If we see a strengthening of GDP, we'll see a strengthening of consumer confidence. We'll see a strengthening of organizations or companies wanting to spend, to reinvest, to travel, invest in their own people and training and stuff like that, and the hotel industry will benefit from that. But a weakening GDP will have an adverse impact.
Business transient is up significantly year over year. It's also, I have a unique perspective in that some of the larger clients I get the opportunity to go and meet with. So I was just in Hartford meeting with travelers. And it's interesting, as you talk to the heads of procurement of travelers or IBM, et cetera, so they look at it from a holistic perspective. So what is the food, air, car rental, and hotel? What's the total travel spend? And we're obviously just involved in the hotel. Their air travel from year over year increase in almost every account I deal with is up double digits. You then have car rental negotiations, which Avis and Hertz and a few of the big players have actually just gone through, because some of the consolidation have actually just gone through some significant contract negotiations with some of the largest BT room night producers, and they're up close to double-digit increases. So then you have a procurement department that is judged upon how much cost can they get out of the travel, shrink it from a year-over-year basis, because all the businesses treat their travel as a cost, not a revenue generation. It's a cost portion of the business, and they've got double-digit growth in two of the big spend areas. Where are they going to get it? Hotels. And so that's where you have the rebid process within hotels. And as business transient volume has grown, the procurement departments have more pressure on the hotels, and hence we're not getting the lift in business transient rates as we'd like to see. I think the pressure they're receiving on the air and car rental is something us hoteliers don't pay attention to enough.
Well, I think there's still a lot of availability out there. I mean, year over year you see a lot of growth in the business travel segment, but if you think back to 2007, we were firing our customers from the point of view that we would have to very carefully scrutinize business travel accounts to decide if we were going to let them in, because we actually had more of that demand than we knew what to do with, and it was competing with other high-priced markets. Now, the macroeconomic factors that we're not talking about here are still in the driver's seat in 2012. I think the Gaylord hotel sale is a microcosm of what's happened to the group industry. That company, even with just 4 hotels, once upon a time was a very serious threat. And now, in the absence of the association market performing well, they have found a new business partner in Marriott because, clearly they didn't have any transient business to fall back on. You go over to Europe, we don't just have a recession there, we have sovereign countries that are broke. We have the collapse of the potential collapse of the euro in a couple of countries. So these are really big economic drivers that are hitting us right now. And then right here at home, a lot of these companies that are doing well, making profits, aren't reinvesting, aren't traveling as much as they used to. So we find ourselves with a mix of business that is less expensive than we would like to see.